Oh my gosh. Must be Monday night. Ooh. I got a poblano pepper today. These are hard to find here, impossible to find actually. Oh me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow. Babying that bicep a lot. I'm not pulling very hard. I'm not extending up with that arm. I'm letting it rest. Feels okay off the ground. Feels funny making the pull and the turn. Making the smartest choices possible while drinking. This is my second set. I already did the first one. Wow. Hope I paused. You don't want that on you, buddy. All right, guys, hoping you're having at least a decent visual of what we got on the board here. This is roughly what I did tonight. It's really good to have a plan like this. Everything is based around strengths and weaknesses. And this really keeps me accountable because I've got 7 more of these boards on paper leading me up to a PR. With the option of, hey, if I get anywhere here, or anywhere in here, and the PR is ready and it happens, then that's great. It's early. But this is the plan, this is the program, this is the basic direction that I want to go. And it's not just based around, hey, let's lift some stones. It's, hey, let's fix what's wrong. Let's get better at our weaknesses. Let's accent our strengths. So began with the 1 motions. Again, I go through this all the time. The idea is not to come fast off the floor, but kind of slow off the floor and then explode at the hip. Being a warm-up, my first couple of sets always feel terrible anyway, and you got to use caution on the biceps. So before I did any of this, I obviously did the massage gun, did a bunch of band curls, a bunch of rows, lats, rear delts, reverse hypers, tried to get everything kind of warm and moving that I thought could possibly go wrong on this set. And then here, after the warm-ups, I moved to just straight loads because I need to practice just getting some singles in. Let me see. I think this is, I have to do the math. I think this is about 70% is what we're using here. So 70% for 3 to 4 singles. Loaded all of them to a platform higher than the contest platform. So the contest platform is either 50 or 51 inches, 127 centimeters, somewhere around there. Not focused on that, but I want to make sure that all of my loads are at that height or better. Drop back down to, it's roughly 60% for a couple more sets of singles. Again, just practicing on the load. Now, if you watch when I did these with the heavier stone, I didn't have any problem with my bicep on the pickup, but as I was grabbing, that inner bicep really caught fire on one of the reps there with that, maybe the first one, I think. So I did change my grip. I didn't explode as hard as possible. And I did a little bit more around than over the top. Was it the right thing? I don't know, but it was the thing that got me through the training session. The lap and triple extensions, these are a big thing for me because I need that full extension. I need to be able to go up and as high and as back as far as I can, which my spine doesn't want to do. And I need to be on my toes on every rep. And that's really hard to do with roughly 70% and trying to protect my bicep. But I think I got it correct on a couple of the sets. We'll have to watch the video review and see. Moving on to the 1 motions. Again, it's a repeat of how I began, but I want to do them better. Instead of doing sets of 2, I'm just doing singles. Again, I'm practicing on a rough max single load. So I need to be able to get things correct on the first load. And then the paused, these are big for me. It's really, really difficult, and the weight that you use isn't nearly as important as the way that you do them. You need to do them perfect. That's what you need to display here. Don't shoot for heavier weights, shoot for perfection. So it's a regular lap, and I want to stop somewhere in the middle, complete stop before I get to my toes, hold it for ½ second to 2 seconds, depending, and then be able to explode from there. The issue is once you paused, so if I'm paused here, you cannot go down and back up at all. So once you stop, you have to make sure that from right here, you go straight directly up from there. And I want to be able to explode. I want to be able to use my legs and hamstrings. And I want to be able to get on my toes at the same time. It's really difficult to do all of those, no matter how good of a stone loader you are. It's really difficult to do all of those with any kind of decent weight. So I did the 60, the 70, and that's probably 80% or maybe even 85% with the last stone, which would have been a PR, essentially. It felt maybe one of the better stone loads of the day, which makes me think that this stone here in the middle, the 70% stone, that my bicep kind of feels funny on, maybe it's the size of that stone, or how I'm grabbing it, that's making my bicep kind of feel funny when I use it, because I don't get that with any of the other stones. Don't need to push it either. Matrix squats, I did those last week, bent back like a booty blaster / sissy squat. Skip those. To be honest, my knees hurt a little bit doing them last week, and hurt for several days after as well. Probably just everything hurt last week. Everything hurt last week. So it's probably just one of those things, but I decided to skip it. Did my calf raises. Really, it's just getting a little bit of extra blood flow in the feet and the calves. I put abs in quotation marks down here. Most of it is just smashing my bicep, pec, and shoulder with the Atlas Stones, but I just want to take that light Atlas Stone from one side around to the other, and I do feel it through my core when I do that, but it's a lot of upper body just to get to do that. And then I want to let that stone roll around and smash on all those tissues that are a little bit sore from today's training and yesterday. Finished off with 3 light sets of reverse hypers, and those are not, that's not work. You saw the video. It's just movement. And every set that I did, when I got up there, first set, my spine kind of popped a couple times into place. I did my reps, and then I relax and I kind of push my feet towards the ground as I'm pulling a little bit, and I'll feel my spine in a certain spot. One of the little links will kind of pop back into place. That happened on every single set. Now, if I hadn't done those, I would have just went inside, maybe stretched, laid on the floor, and I might have been a little helter-skelter off center and not even known it. But doing those helped to kind of reset my spine a little bit. And then I'm going to go inside and work a little bit, and about every 30, 45 minutes to an hour, I'm going to come back outside and just get on there, do a couple of reps, and just stretch my spine. So that's going to help me be a little bit more recovered going into tomorrow, which will allow me to feel a little bit better going into Wednesday's squat session. And of course, we got to have our beer. And a little bourbon. Wow. And I'm polishing off some El Jimador Reposado Tequila that I found in the cabinet back there. So before I buy anything new, and I've had this bottle 10 years. All of these I've had them like 10 years, except the beer, obviously. And I want to polish everything off before I get anything new. So, and man, this turned out amazing. Beef cheeks, absolutely fantastic. Oh no, oh gosh. I don't know if I'm tough enough to try this or not, but it added an amazing smoky flavor to all the food. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Hope you had fun. It's well after midnight. I need to be quiet and get inside, get to work. But that's it, guys. If you want to get stronger stones, make your 8-week plan, lay it all out, make sure it fits together, and make sure that you're not just lifting rocks. We aren't in kindergarten anymore. We're not just lifting rocks. We're focusing on what we're not good at, getting better at it. So have a good one, guys. See you Wednesday.